Good morning students. In our today's English class, we will be doing Course Book Unit 5, Lesson 2, The Book That Saved the Earth. Now, this is a play. It's a skit which was being enacted on a stage. Okay, now this is about a book that saved the earth from the invasion of aliens. The aliens came to earth to invade, to attack the earth. Now, what happened that we are going to read in this chapter. Place. The place is the stage which has been set up. It's a place where Mars Space Control and the Centerville Public Library. The stage is set up in two parts. One side they are showing the space station of Mars, and on the other half of the stage they are showing the library, okay, a public library at Canterville. Now the stage is divided into two. One, the left is the Mars Space Control think tank, is seated on a raised box, arms folded. He has a huge egg-shaped head, and he wears a long robe decorated with stars and circles. Apprentice Noodles stands beside him at an elaborated switchboard. A sign on the easel reads Mars Space Control. Now it's written there, Mars Space Control. On the right is the Centerville Public Library. Captain Omega stands at the center of the library, opening and closing card catalog drawers in a confusion fashion. Lieutenant Iota is up left, counting books in a bookcase. Sergeant Ope is standing a little way from Lieutenant Iota, opening and closing a book, turning it upside down, shaking it, and then riffling the pages and shaking his head. Now these aliens, there are three of them, they are there at a library. Now they do not know what they have to do. They are in a confused manner. They are opening and closing the drawer. They are looking at the books. They are opening and closing the books. They are turning it upside down. They do not know where they have landed and what they are supposed to do. Noodle. Adjusting knobs. Knobs means जो hooks बने होते हैं drawers में और दरवाजे पे. I have a close sighting of the space crew, sir. Think tank puts on a pair of enormous goggles and turns towards the right of the stage to watch. They seem to have entered some sort of earth structure. Now this is at the space station of Mars. There they are discussing that our spaceship has landed on the earth and somewhere they do not know. Think tank, excellent. Make voice contact. Now Mars is trying to contact their people on the earth who have landed on the earth. Noodle, speaking into a microphone. Mars Space Control calling the crew of Probe 1. Mars Space Control calling the crew of Probe 1. Come in, Captain Omega, and give us your location. Omega, speaking into a disc which is on a chain around her neck. Captain Omega to Mars Space Control, Lieutenant Iota. Sergeant Ope and I have arrived on Earth without incident. We have taken shelter in this, indicates room, this square place. Have you any idea where we are, Lieutenant Iota? I can't figure it out, Captain, holding up a book. I have counted 2,000 of these peculiar items. This place must be some sort of a store barn. What do you think, Sergeant Ope? Now they have counted same type of books, so they are thinking that it's like a storehouse. They do not know that it's a library. Ope, I haven't a clue. I have been to 7 galaxies, but I have never seen anything like this. Maybe they are hats. He opens a book and puts it on his head. Says, maybe this is a haberdashery. Means it's like a shop where clothes, hats and etc. are sold. Omega, bowing low, perhaps the great and mighty think tank will give us the benefit of his thought on this matter. Think tank, elementary, my dear Omega, hold on one of the item up so that I may view it closely. Omega holds a book on the palm of her hand. Yes, yes, I understand now. Since earth creatures are always eating, the place in which you find yourself is undoubtedly a crude refreshment stand. Now, think tank is telling them, because he is supposed to be the most intelligent person there who gives them advice and everything. So he is telling them, ki, okay, just first show me the thing what you have got. And then he looks at it and he says, oh, this I think you have landed up in some refreshment store. And this is something to eat. Omega to Iota and Ops. He says, we are in a refreshment stand. Well, the earthlings certainly have a strange diet. Think tank, that item in your hand is called a sandwich. Omega, nodding, a sandwich. Iota, nodding, a sandwich. Taking the book from his head, a sandwich. Think tanks, sandwiches are the main staple of earth diet. Look at it closely. Omega squints at the book. There are two slices of what is called bread, and between them is some sort of filling. Now, think tank is trying to explain them. The two hard sides are the sliced breads, and the thin pages, and they are the fillings of the sandwich. Omega, this is correct, sir. Think tank, to confirm my opinion, I order you to eat it. Omega, gulping, eat it. Think tank, do you doubt the mighty think tank? Omega, oh no, but poor Lieutenant Iota has not had her breakfast. Lieutenant Iota, I order you to eat this sandwich. Now think tank is telling Omega to eat the sandwich. Now Omega does not want to eat it, so she's saying, see, Lieutenant Iota did not eat anything from morning, so I think she should eat it. Iota, eat it, oh Captain, it's very great honor to be the first Martian to eat a sandwich. I am sure, but how can I eat so impolite as to eat before my surgeon? Holding Ope the book and saying brightly, Sergeant Ope, I order you to eat the sandwich immediately. Now Iota also gives up. She's also scared to eat, so she's saying, oh, when the sergeant is standing there, how I can eat? So with all respect, I think he should eat it. Oop, making a face. Who, Lieutenant? Me, Lieutenant? Iota and Omega saluting for the glory of Mars. Oop. Now they are trying to motivate him. See, for the glory of the Mars, you must eat this. You should carry on eating this. Oop, yes, of course. Unhappily, immediately he opens his mouth wide. Omega and Iota watch him breathlessly. He bites down on the corner of the book and pantomimes chewing and swallowing while making terrible faces. Now Oop is made a very dirty face, and he took a small bite of it and is trying to swallow it with a very much difficulty. Omega, well, oops. Iota, well, oops. Ooh, coughing. Omega and Iota pound him on his back. Now with much difficulty he is eating and he is coughing also, and the other two Martians, they are patting him on his back ताकि वो easily खा ले. Think tank, what was it not delicious, Sergeant Oop? Oop, saluting, this is correct, sir. It was not delicious. I don't know how the Earthians can get those sandwiches down without water. They are dry as Martian dust. Now he's saying that it was not delicious, and I don't know how they are eating this without water. It is so hard to eat. Noodle, sir, great and mighty think tank, I beg your pardon, but as insignificant bit of data floated into my mind about those sandwiches. Think tank, I can't be worth much, but go ahead, give us your trifling bit of data. Noodle, well, sir, I have seen films of those sandwiches. I noticed that the Earthlings did not eat them. They used them as some sort of communication device. Now Noodle is telling See sir, I have seen some films and all, and I think this is not sandwich. They are not using it to eat, but they are using it as a source of communication. Think tank. Naturally, that was my next opinion. Now he's trying to be over smart and he's saying, oh, this was my next opinion. There are actually communication sandwiches. Think tank is never wrong. Who is never wrong? Now think tank is acting smart and he says, yes, they are sandwiches, but communicating sandwiches. Great and mighty think tank is never wrong. Think tank, therefore I order you to listen to them. Omega, listen to them. Iota and oop to each other, puzzled. Listen to them. Now they are ordered to listen to those books. Think tank. Do you have marble in your ears? I said, listen to them. Omega, it shall be done, sir. They each take 2 books from the case and hold them to their ears, listening intently. Iota, whispering to Omega, do you hear anything? Omega, whispering back, nothing. Do you hear anything? Now the 2 sergeants are asking one or 2 Martians are asking one another, can you hear anything? Can you hear anything? Oh, no, not a thing. Omega and Iota jump in fright. Omega and Iota, shh. They listen intently again. Think tank, well, report to me. What do you hear? Omega, nothing, sir. Perhaps we are not on the correct frequency. Iota, nothing, sir. Perhaps the earthlings have sharper eyes than we do. Oops, I don't hear a thing. Maybe these sandwiches don't make sounds. Think tank, what does somebody suggest? The mighty think tank has made a mistake. Omega, oh no, sir. Well, keeping listening. Noodles, please excuse me, your billions, but a cloudy piece of information is twiddling around my head. Think tank, well, trill it out. Noodle, and I will clarify it for you. Noodle, I seem to recall that the earthlings did not listen to the sandwiches, they opened them and watched them. Now Noodle is again giving information that I think that these earthlings communicating by opening it. And this Omega is trying to act smart. This think tank is trying to act smart. See, I think, yes, you are right. So now let's see what they do further. Think tank, yes, that's quite correct. Now he's saying, yes, that is correct. I will clarify that for you, Captain Omega. Those sandwiches are not ear communication, they are for eye communication. Now he is saying that it is not for ear communication but for the eyes. Now Captain Omega, take that large colorful sandwich over there. It appears to be important. Tell me, what do you observe? Omega picks up a very large volume of Mother Goose, holding it so that the audience can see the little. Iota looks over her left shoulder and oops peers over her right shoulder. Omega, it appears to contain pictures of earthlings. Iota, this seems to be some sort of code. Think tank, sharply, insisted, code. I told you this was important. Describe the code. Oops, it's little lines and squigglings and dots. Thousands of them alongside the picture. Think tank, perhaps the earthlings are not as primitive as they have thought. We must break the code. Now they are saying that this is a code language. They opened it, they looked at the picture and some things were written there. So they are saying that it's a code language. Now they have to decode this, whatever is written in that book, in that sandwich in fact for them. Noodle, forgive me your cleverness, but did not the chemical department give our space people vitamins to increase their intelligence? Think tank, stop. A thought of magnificent billions has come to me. Space people, our chemicals department has given you vitamins to increase your intelligence. Take them immediately and then watch the sandwich. The meaning of the code will slowly unfold before you. Now think tank is telling them the chemicals capsules which were given to you, eat those and then you try to decode those those sandwiches. Omega, it shall be done, sir. Removes vitamin. Crew takes vitamins out of their pockets, present vitamins, they hold vitamins out in front of their stiffly, swallows vitamins, they pop the vitamins into their mouth and gulp simultaneously. They open their eyes wide, their heads shake, and they put their hands to their forehead. Think tank, excellent. Now decipher that code. All. It shall be done, sir. They frown over the book, turning pages. Omega, brightly. Ah, iota. Oh, oops. Ha ha. Think tank, what does it say? Tell me this instant. Transcribe omega. Omega, yes, sir. Mistress Mary. Now they are reading what is written in the book. Mistress Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow with cockle shells and silver bells and pretty maidens all in a row? Ha ha. Imagine that. Pretty maids growing in gardens. Now this is a poem. It's a nursery rhyme. I do not know if you all must have read in your nursery classes. This is a poem. Now these Martians, they are trying to decode it. They are saying, oh my God, this maidens means young girls. They are grown in the garden all in a row. Think tank, stop. This is no time to levity. Levity means behavior that shows the lack of respect. Don't you realize the seriousness of this discovery? The earthlings have discovered how to combine agriculture and mining. They can actually grow crops and rare metals such as silver and conch shells. They can grow high explosives too. Noodles contact our invasion fleet. Now they are scared. They are saying, see, you do not know now the earthians, they are growing metals also along with agriculture. Now they are trying to contact their invasion fleet. Invasion fleet means those who attack. Okay, so they are scared now. Noodles, they are all ready to go down and take our earth, sir. The invasion fleet is already, the army is already ready to go attack the earth. Think tank, tell them to hold. Tell them new information has come to us about earth. Iota transcribable. Now they are asking the army to stay back because some new discoveries has been found out about the earth, that now they can grow metals and everything. Iota. Now they are reading further. Yes, sir. She reads very gravely. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Now he is reading another poem. Okay, another nursery rhyme. Oops, the dish ran away with the spoon. Think tank, sees laughter, desist. This is more and more alarming. The earthlings have reached a high level of civilization. Now they are thinking that they are more and more become civilized. और ज़्यादा educated हो गए हैं. Don't you hear? They have taught their domesticated animals musical, cultural and space techniques. Now according to the lines, they are thinking that the animals are also being trained. Even the dogs have a sense of humor. Why at this very moment they may be laughing at interplanetary attack of millions of cows. Notify the invasion fleet. No invasion today. Oops, transcribe the next code. Oop. Yes sir, reading. Now they are reading the next code. Next nursery rhyme actually. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again. Oh, look, sir, here's a picture of Humpty Dumpty. Why, sir, he looks like. Turn a large picture of Humpty Dumpty towards think tank and the audience. Now they are looking at the picture of the Humpty Dumpty and they are very scared. Now why they are scared? Think tank, screaming and holding his head. It's me. It's my great and mighty balanced brain. Now he is scared that the picture is in the oval shape, in the egg shape, which resembles think tank. That means they plan to capture mass, central control and me. Now he is saying that, oh, this means to say that they are trying to capture him and his mass control. It's an invasion of Mars. Noodle, prepare a space capsule for me. I must escape without delay. Space people, you must leave Earth at once, but be sure to remove all traces of your visit. The Earthlings must not know that I know. Omega, Iota, and Oops rush about, putting books back on shelves. Now, this think tank tells them that immediately my plane should be ready, my spacecraft to be ready, and he tells the Martians, those who are there on the Earth, to immediately leave from there and don't leave any proofs that you all had visited the Earth. So immediately they are planning to leave from there, and Noodles and think tank also are leaving from where they are actually from the Mars. Noodle, where shall we go, sir? Think tank, 100 million miles away from Mars. Order the invasion fleet to excavate the entire plain of Mars. We are heading for Alpha Centauria, 100 million miles away. Omega, Iota, and Oop run off right as Noodle helps think tank off left and the curtain closes. Now, think tank, they are asking where shall we leave. So the captain says that we are going to move from Mars, 100 miles away from Mars. The entire Martians are leaving from the Mars. Why? Because the Earth people, they are more advanced and they have more technology, and they are planned to attack think tank because they saw the picture of think tank resembling the Humpty Dumpty picture. So now they are scared and they have left the Mars also and gone further. So this is, we have done with the story, and I will be sending you the question answers. Those who have any doubts, any clarification, you can call me up.